All right. Though I'm a little bit quiet. Let me see here if I can fix that. There we go, maybe. There we are. Okay. Well, welcome to the stream. Also, thank you, Haikiri. Appreciate the lurk. And congrats on getting the internet back. I'm glad. Even though it was a little bit delayed, at least you got it now. So I was lurking during your stream earlier, so I was watching you play some Smite. But good to have you back. Anyway, we're going to be getting back into Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. Started this up a couple days ago, and it was pretty good, I thought. I liked it quite a bit. I haven't played this game in many, many years, but I was digging it for what I played through last time. Is it a late stream? Sorry. Well, it is the weekend. How's it going, Phoenix? No time, busy watching Hent? What is Hent? Oh, yes. Okay, I see what you mean. Well, thanks for checking in regardless. But anyway, let's go ahead and launch it up. And hopefully we don't get content claimed by the Raiders March. Alrighty. Well, welcome, Indy. Good to have you here. Thank you, everybody, for joining in so early. Appreciate that. We're picking up right where we left off last time. In Prague. Yeah, it's a little late. Dinner was a little late getting set up, so that's kind of why. And quite filling at that, too, so I needed a minute for a breather. Just because I think I had a little bit too much, but that's all right. We seem to be okay. Hopefully the save works, and yet did. I think we're where we're supposed to be. Yeah, there you go. Internet issues? Not tonight. Sometimes there are internet issues, and that tends to be a problem, but today it seemed to be smooth sailing when I launched up. Except I had to launch twice because I didn't get streaming quality options the first time around, so. You meant anime kinky time, that's hentai, yes. I understand now. I didn't catch on when you just said hent. I thought hent might be something like Gwent. Like you were watching some kind of card game tournament or something. But I understand what you mean now. Let me switch over to my TV real quick, and we can probably progress a little bit more than we have been. Okay, get rid of that chair. How do I get rid of this chair? Can I throw it? I can just smash it. Okay, that works.
That's the tower marked on the map. I've got to find a way to get out there and find that crystal.
I was noticing the game was a little bit quiet last time I streamed it too, so I bumped up the volume a little bit. Let me know if it's too loud. Oh shit. I forgot what the jump button was. Already I've gotten used to Tomb Raider Legend, even though I still haven't gotten used to those controls. Okay. Let's try that again. It is the B button, yes? There it is. Okay. So, let's see if we have a little bit better luck this time around. Don't know why I'd mentioned hentai. Night before Christmas? Yeah, night before Christmas? Alright. Well, you have a pleasant evening. And, maybe an invigorating one.
I've got to find a way to get out there and find that crystal.
Your friend had such a issue with this part, he was getting shot off the chain by the guard. But he really sucks at the game. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen to me.
Der Amerikaner, tötet ihn!
Ooh. Oh, okay, hold up. Get back up here. Damn it, I want to toss you off. Little bastard. Alright. Well, That works enough for me, I suppose.
That's not gonna work.
I can see where, if you meant that part in particular, like just that chain and getting shot off, I can see where that might be an issue if you take a while. So, yeah. If I was probably just a second late, that likely would have happened to me. Yeah, I got that Randy Orton punt kick. Let's see if I can do the Seth Rollins stomp now. Hey. Well, I smashed him up against the wall. I was kind of hoping he'd go tumbling. If this game was made just 5 years later, he probably could have had tumble physics. Okay, what are we looking at here? Put that gun away, Indy. We don't need that. So, I started this game up a couple days ago. I also started up Tomb Raider Legend. I've already sort of forgotten the controls to this game. So you'll have to bear with me a second while I try to get used to it. But I think maybe we'll be okay. This section is long, though.
The secret police to get away from guard duty. Ah, what I wouldn't give for a good strudel.
Typical Germans.
We can do this the easy way.
What I wouldn't give for a good strudel. Wait, hold up. See ya. Now, come over here. Don't be a wuss, come on. Join the fate of your friends. Shit. Damn it. Yeah, got that hat off. Damn.
Why do they always pick the hard way?
I don't think you have much of a choice, Indy. Okay, let's see here. Let's take a little sip. I can tell you just because of the similarity between the two subjects of Tomb Raider Legend and Indiana Jones, and the similar gameplay style, in a sense, this is definitely going to be an interesting playthrough. Swapping back and forth between the two. Normally, I'm not the type that really gets confused between games, but sometimes if I'm doing them in like real close proximity to each other, yeah, that can be a bit of an issue. On occasion. Like cake and fancy streusel, whatever dessert they're talking about, especially raspberry and sugar. It's tasting the same, but sugar isn't tasting the same much to you anymore. Oh yeah, getting older. I still got a bit of a sweet tooth, but I've never really had one to begin with. My family in particular loves chocolate. Never been a huge chocolate fan. And I don't mind white chocolate. I actually prefer it over regular chocolate, and like everybody I know hates white chocolate. But usually try to keep those things under control, yeah. Not to have too many sweets. But I've got a sweet tooth for very particular things. And your oldest friend has diabetes now. Trying to prevent the same for yourself. That's pretty rough, but it is somewhat common, unfortunately. What is this chain here? Where's that go? Okay, well anyway, we got... What do we got? What is this? Is this an elevator? Okay. Oh, the clock. Right, there was a clock tower up here. Have an occasional donut from Dunkin'. Or something from a bakery. Yeah, I don't mind baked goods. I'm a bigger pie fan than anything, I think. But there isn't really a lot of pie options. And I was never one for store-bought pies. Something about that artificial taste never really sat well with me.
Unfortunately, I don't have any other choice.
Whoa! How'd you just get on there? I wanted to see what happened there. But okay. Suddenly, we're on Da Vinci's flying machine. It's a good thing I don't have to, like, navigate this at all.
Not bad. Sometimes I impress even myself.
What about the flying machine? Surely that's worth millions. It was magic, yeah. He just leaped up there, clung to it. Pie's so bad, he could get very fat on pumpkin pie this time of year.
Got a bad feeling about this.
I know what you mean. I haven't even had a slice of pumpkin pie yet. Maybe a little bit later in the month. What is this? Oh.
Gas.
Oh no, the gas room. Wait, where?
I have to get out of here. Now.
Oh. I'm trying to use it like a weapon. I just did it too. You'd think I'd remember. There we go. It's Indiana Jones. Nothing's impossible with him. Nothing needs to make sense. Well, I guess. I keep wanting to press A to jump. That is my greatest downfall. This looks suspect too. Don't like that. This looks different. Ooh, almost didn't make that. Do we want top of the stairs or bottom of the stairs? Oh. Bottom of the stairs is a new area. Oh, we're back here. Okay, well, I guess maybe top of the stairs put us in a different spot entirely. Well, we've been doing this little clock trick deal, basically, where we've been given this, whatever the hell this thing is, items based on locations that these doors take us to. So, looks like we're on the last one, and possibly just the final one. We gave him whatever the hell that was. So we gotta operate the clock now. Which this one is looking like probably the hour and the minute hand at 10. Oh, and the scales as well. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Okay. Give me those scales. Explain him holding onto a whip while shot in the arm. Well, that's adrenaline. I just want to know how he's navigating this thing. Also, I'm noticing that the stream actually looks a lot better than my personal visuals. Let me see if I could change that a little bit. What the hell is that? Oh, we got Frankenstein's monster. Well, I'm talking about like my personal. It might look better than the original version for sure because we're playing the like enhanced version on the Xbox One. But I'm looking at it on stream, and it actually looks a lot better than what I'm seeing personally. And I think a lot of that has to do with the contrast adjusting. So I'm just looking to see here if I've got a better picture mode, which I guess game looks good. But what I'm doing has no effect on the actual stream. Whoa! Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work either. I know into your hat. Give me that. Yeah, somehow I don't think that's gonna work. Let's see if we can do something else here.
Ouch. It's some kind of acid. That stuff is lethal.
Shit. That work? I don't think that even touched him. Okay, well, at the very least, it looks like these things come back, so that's good. Ah! There we go. Just trying to see if I could do something with him other than throw acid at him. Oh, we got a stick weapon. Put that away, Indy. Well, I hit him. Oh, jeez. Oh, damn it. If only you had a sprint. Can I pick this up then? It's like, okay. I thought for some reason I had to smash him into it. Yeah, we're trying to get him. Whoa, jeez. Goddamn. Always got some strength. I don't know. I think we were talking about during Infernal Machine, but I'm trying to rack my brain thinking of what kind of artifacts would be most interesting. But I don't know that I could come up with anything necessarily. Nice. We got a dragon shard, whatever that is. Maybe we take it back to the... I guess we take it back to the deal. Whoa.
Gas.
Can you hear me? Dr. Jones? What? No more jokes?
You again? Wonderful.
Yeah. I cannot express how delighted I am to see you again. We have so much to discuss. Throw him on the train. I will conduct the interrogation when we reach Istanbul.
I don't think we were supposed to see that clip through. Yeah, I noticed the coughing sound effect was K-O-F-F. Cough, cough. That's how the Germans cough. Does that mean Indy's secretly working for the Nazis? What do you think, Indy, though? in chat, what do you feel like would be appropriate for some type of artifact?
Some hangover. Where am I?
Or do you think it should be like
Istanbul. What are they doing?
unrelated to any particular thing?
What was that?
Just some like kind of conspiracy movie.
You're finally awake. I'd advise you to save your strength. Our interrogations can be quite grueling. Sadly, I have other matters that require my attention.
We could always wait until you return.
I think not. Goodbye, Dr. Jones.
Who's your favorite level in the whole game? I remember this one.
Hey, Yin.
I got strong memories of this because,
It looks like we got the wrong Dr. Jones after all.
well, I'll mention it
Don't
later.
let this little bump in the road throw you. The Nazis have no idea what they're looking for.
Do not be too sure of that. The Germans are excavating a city underneath Istanbul.
They found the palace of Belisarius? No wonder Von Beck was in a hurry.
You must go there and find the third piece of the Mirror of Dreams. Remember, I'll be watching you.
Don't you trust me? You hired me.
Wow, busted out of those fast.
Not good.
Oops.
Need an edge.
So what I remember strongly about this, and I thought it was cool too, because you're like on the rooftops in Istanbul, right, for most of this. I thought that was kind of neat. But it was around this time where I first got internet at my house. So I remember playing this game and then like taking breaks to go surf the internet. And it wasn't the first time I've ever used internet, but it was the first time I had internet like at my personal house. I'd always used internet at my like grandparents' house, and I lived there for a little while. But like with the close family, that was the first time we had it in our home. And I just remember surfing the web and chatting with a bunch of weirdos, probably. On the old game FAQs boards. So that's what I got the strongest memories of with this particular location. Also, for some reason, for some reason, I guess stylistically it looks similar, but the visuals in here always reminded me of the PS2 Prince of Persia game, which I was playing kind of around the same time. So, hey, what's up, Sabotage? There goes Tomb Raider Indiana version. The original? This game is pretty good. I've enjoyed it quite a bit from what I've played, so I'm doing Tomb Raider Legend at the same time as well, so they're both kind of similar and kind of around the same time period. 3-year difference, not terribly long. Rumor has it was going to do something with Operation Paperclip, the 60s time travel, bring the Nazis, bring total woke with Phoebe Waller as Bridge. It's Indy's replacement, but that would be a major backlash from Disney. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, what happened to Star Wars? So, but maybe they'll learn from that. I don't know. Oh, grenades! And they're like the old, you know, these style grenades. How do I aim? How do I aim with this? Not that. That's how I drop. Oh, that's what I thought. Oh, shit. Probably why I got delayed now, because they don't want to kill another franchise going forward. Well, they might not want to, but I don't know. Sometimes I think they just can't help themselves. No, get off me. Get off me. I feel like Kathleen Kennedy's kind of gotten her role sort of minimized, though. She hasn't seemed to be in the public forefront the past few years like she was like at the start of the whole Star Wars turmoil. So I don't know if she's gonna be here and as much a part of Indiana Jones. But we'll see. You got to think that Spielberg has some creative pull as well, so he wouldn't totally want to screw things up. I mean, they gotta respect Spielberg, right? I don't think this is working. She's spearheading it. Maybe on paper. You never know. Beat Psychonauts 1 and 2. 1 was great, but it had a weird pacing issue. Ended up loving Psychonauts 2 a ton. I streamed that when that came out, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I don't know if I preferred it over the first one, personally, but I did enjoy it. I think there's a med kit up there, too. Son of a bitch. Yeah, gun not working too well. Tommy gun ain't exactly the most accurate thing. We can skip that. You might be right about the pacing, though. I forget exactly what I said specifically when I finished up with Psychonauts 2, but I liked it quite a bit, and I don't remember having an issue with the pacing with the first one or the second one. But definitely like the second one. That might be my favorite game that I've played that's been new this year. But then again, I haven't really played a whole lot, so I don't know how high a praise that is. I don't think so. That's my sword. Whoa! Just got phased into non-existence there. Orale! You thought the movie's gonna be great. You'll go to the premiere wherever it is. Save up for a trip. Maybe finally get a chance to meet Harrison Ford. Ooh. I mean, that would be tantalizing, but I wish you luck in that endeavor, because that is a hard feat to accomplish. He is not a man that makes a lot of public appearances. I'm gonna grab that, but I'm not gonna use it. Oh, shit. Let me see. Nope, that did not make it go any higher. Bunch of cosplayers met him when they were recently filming in Sicily. Well, that's cool, but he is actively filming. I mean, think of all the time that people haven't met him. There we go. Oh, shit. No! And I lost the hat. I don't think I have a choice. I'm gonna have to shoot this guy. Maybe. If I can even do it. Still getting shot by the other dude. What a bastard. He was in costume with them. He was actually smiling, which is rare. Come on, Indy. Just climb up the ledge. I'm being filled with bullets. Don't be a wimp. I know. Come on, dude. What's the problem? There's two assholes after me. One on both sides. They ain't making it easy. Also, Indy lost his hat, and I don't know where it is. So, now we're playing as cursed Indiana Jones. Where's his hat? Son of a bitch, I'm gonna... Look how inaccurate that gun is, though. I don't have anything else, either. I've got the sword. Oh. Yeah, me bringing a knife to a gunfight. How the tables have turned. The weird hair that they can never get right. It doesn't look that bad, but yeah, it looks a little strange. You have to be able to fit it under the hat, though. See, that's the big issue.
Boom.
How did I take damage from that? What the hell? That sucks. Shit. I don't think this playthrough's gonna go very well. See what I tell you? We got cursed by losing the hat. That's minus 50 defense. All right. Well, we live and we learn. It was really messy after wearing a new fedora. If I'm wearing a hat for a really long time, it tends to take the shape, and it just looks like really matted. Not matted. Well, yeah, I guess kind of matted. But still. Getting a good combo on that guy. Just really love the story in Psychonauts 2. You wish it was very upfront with its darker themes, which you enjoyed. Yeah, that's true. They sort of held back on that with the original one, but felt like they were going a little bit more deeper into the darker story. Don't want to get into spoilers necessarily, but I did enjoy what they did with Cruller, and I really enjoyed Raz's family. Just as a whole, not even like anything story, like hardcore story related. I just like Rasputin's family. I thought that was a nice touch. Whereas most of the other new characters I didn't actually care for all that much, especially like the interns and whatnot. And they were kind of underutilized anyway, so it just kind of felt like wasted effort to have that many new characters introduced. A little sad that we didn't really get to see any of the campers. But enjoyed all the returnees, and Rasputin's family in particular, I think was the highlight of the game for me. Okay, let me grab this gun. Not that. Well, if I could get to it. And just like Tomb Raider Legend, I cannot move and aim at the same time. Well, that was short-lived. Is that just more grenades? Oh. If only he could throw a little bit higher. Delay's not actually bad, since you'll have more time to get the cosplay finished. Good shape for fitness, because you can't get all this stuff one right after the other. Good leather jacket costs you $500. Want the truck version from Raiders that's scuffed up? Nah, okay. So you're going for a very particular look. You didn't have much ammo on you at all.
I'll try not to blow.
Shit. Oh. Well, that almost got me. See if I can survive. Oh, God. What? Hey, wait a second. I thought that was a health kit. Did I not actually? Oh, my God. What the hell did I pick up then? Ammunition? I guess it must have been ammo. You love the level characters, but yeah, you feel like the interns, except for Sam, got no screen time. Yeah, Sam got a little bit more than the others. The only one is Norma, but you're not supposed to like Norma. In order to find the 3D printed version, it only costs a little over $100. Well, that's not too bad. They can make decent looking 3D printed versions of stuff nowadays. This level's a little bit rough. And I'm out of grenades. Got no canteen, got no other weapons. Having to deal with assholes that are preventing me from, like, actually, you know, moving through the level. Okay, looks like we finally got some stuff here. Oh, the satchel. Thank God. No checkpoints, because I don't think there are checkpoints in this game. Ugh. Alright, well, at least that's all over with. Got the whip back, got the canteen. Still not the upgraded canteen, but that's okay. Okay, now that we got the whip, I'm sure that there's something I can whip onto, so...
That's not gonna work.
We'll see what we can do here. I could probably shoot that guy with this, too. There we go. Didn't even need to. Take your time, don't rush. Be careful where you jump down to. I'll try to be on the lookout. Let's just say that.
That's not gonna work.
Speaking of movies, I went to the theater for the first time in like over a year, maybe even more. A little more than over a year. But I went to go see Dune and I went to go see No Time to Die. Both pretty good films, but I was actually highly impressed by Dune. I didn't really know what to expect out of that one, and I didn't look into it beforehand, so... but... yeah, that one... I mean... Denis Villeneuve? I'm a big fan of his films. He's got a very striking visual direction that I quite like. But that mixed with the Hans Zimmer score, mixed with the... I thought a pretty decent cast. And a lot of surprise characters, too. I didn't, well, not characters, but a lot of surprise actors. I didn't expect to see certain people. Let me see if I can get up here without, actually. I don't know if it can get me from down there. Ha! Loser. Started playing some Hades. You thought you would like it, and you do. That's good. So Mortal Kombat and Bond both weren't that impressive. I think of a better time seeing Top Gun Maverick and Jackass Forever. Ugh. Well, what didn't you like about Bond? Because I thought Bond was fine. Also, no spoilers, please. But I enjoyed the Hans Zimmer score. He's quickly becoming the modern-day John Williams. I know John Williams is still around, but he doesn't do quite the work as much anymore. And what he has done, he seems to be pushed into the background a lot further. Don't really get that John Williams feel out of his soundtracks. But... ooh, little bastard. Tried to throw that grenade at my crotch. Oh, no ammo. Look at me. What? But anyway, I thought it was a decent send-off for Daniel Craig, because as we all know, it was his last Bond movie, and you know, there's a lot of ways you could do that. I feel like Spectre was a huge disappointment. I thought Spectre was a tale of two movies. Started off very good, ended very, very, very weak, to the point where I don't like that movie, strictly because of the last, like, 45 minutes to an hour. No, Spectre was very good at the beginning. I only saw it the one time in the theater, then I rewatched it recently when I was watching all the Bond movies. And then I started that one up, and I'm like, yeah, this is better than I remember. I was like, I was really getting into it. Loved a lot of the stuff in the beginning when he was sort of kind of like searching out the actual Spectre organization, and then it just fell to shit. Like in that last hour to 45 minutes. Didn't feel like a Bond movie. Felt like a Mission Impossible. Well, people have been saying that since Casino Royale, and I just think that's weak criticism. I don't think it needs to feel like a Bond movie necessarily. I just think it needs to be a solid movie, which it was. But like people are like, no gadgets, it's not a Bond movie. I don't give a shit. If it's a solid movie, tells a solid story, got decent characters, direction, cinematography, I don't care. It fits a lot of the same Bond archetypes. It has a lot of the location spanning. It's got the crazy, wacky villain. It's got the big global plan. There's a lot in it that is Bond. And Mission Impossible is just kind of like your generic spy movie in most cases. And I feel like that wasn't really the case when it came to No Time to Die. What are you doing here? Quantum of Solace is boring. Casino Royale almost made you fall asleep. Skyfall was the best 4 or 5 Prague bomb films. Huh, I'm insulted, sir. Quantum of Solace I don't think was boring. I thought it was fine, but I think that was more along the lines of what you would consider your criticism of it, in that it was a Mission Impossible movie, because I feel like that one was a little bit more on the generic side. Still entertained by it. Casino Royale is absolute masterclass in filmmaking. It is among the best of the Bond movies, and there's no arguing that for me. If you felt it was too slow-paced, I guess I understand that criticism, but I do not agree. Full of suspense, tension, lots of great character building. It is, like I said, among the best of the Bond movies. Not a huge Brosnan fan. Love him as Bond himself, but not a huge fan of his films. I think he peaked at GoldenEye, and that was it. Love his character of Bond. I like how he plays the role, but I'm not a huge fan of a lot of his movies. Craig, I think, does a decent job, especially with the more serious, like, type of suave tone. He fits the Ian Fleming books a little bit more better than other predecessors, aside from maybe Timothy Dalton. Let's see here. But haven't rewatched all of them recently, and I'm just talking about the Craig ones here. I used to think that Skyfall was like neck and neck with Casino Royale. I don't think that anymore. I think it's pretty damn good, but I do think that it's got some flaws in it as well. And I don't think it's quite the masterclass movie that Casino is. Still very good. Still like a lot of it, but yeah, it's not among my favorites. And it does have some sluggish parts. Get in there. Phase through that door. There you go. Oh no. He's gone through entirely, just phased out of existence. It seems to happen a lot with these guys. Their bodies don't linger. It's always hard for me to pick a favorite Bond, though. I don't know that I can. If I did and I was forced to at gunpoint, I might go with Sean Connery, just because I liked his attitude probably the best. And his portrayal of Bond just felt so, I don't know, effortless for him, really. I think that might have been it. He felt like he fit the character a lot more naturally than some of the other actors do. But ooh, get down there. There you go. But it's a tough call between everybody, because I haven't, especially just rewatched all of them within the time span of about a year. It's kind of tough, because a lot of those movies are really, really good. There's a few stinkers here and there, but overall, it's a really good slew of films, which is a tough feat to accomplish.
The Nazis have discovered the sunken palace of Belisarius. Von Beck must be smarter than he looks.
Okay. Hey, thank you for the cheer. Appreciate that. Metropole Modern. Thank you. Also, welcome to the stream. I've been watching a lot of reaction videos of people watching movies you like. Some of them are very funny to see the reactions. Appreciate it. Well, thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you liked the stream. I saw that there was a couple I mean, I'm not a big fan of like reaction videos in general, but I saw that there was like that started cropping up with like more classic films. Well, classic in the sense, not like classical, but like classic in the sense of like, you know, popular films from days gone by. So, you know, popular stuff like there would be for like maybe a James Bond film or two, but I've started to see that crop up a lot more. Also, I ran around this whole thing and I don't see anything around here, so I don't think there's anything here for us to do. Maybe we should just go back. But anyway, when it came to No Time to Die, I thought it was definitely a step up from the previous one. So I couldn't entirely be displeased about that, because this whole time I was thinking that Spectre might end up being the last one. You know, until they announced it, however long that took, and I was worried. I'm like, oh no, he didn't really end on that great of a note. Also, watch me on YouTube. Oh, okay, cool. It doesn't happen too often, but always nice to hear from people on the YouTube side of things. But thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. You watched some from Mandalorian. People got so nerdy and excited. I still need to give that show another shot. I watched the first couple episodes and I couldn't do it at the time, but I'm feeling like maybe I'll give it another try. A lot of people are getting real excited about the Boba Fett show, though.
Just keep
so
your eyes open.
keep your eyes open, but don't look behind you. See if I can sneak up on these guys. Oh no, Die Another Day was awful. See ya. Oh no. No, don't throw me. There you go. Bye. Ooh, that's a long way to fall. No, yeah, Brosnan didn't end on a great note. Brosnan ended on probably the worst note possible. I consider Die Another Day probably among my least favorite, if not the least favorite movie of all of them. God, that movie, I don't know if there's any fans of that movie, but yeah, definitely not a fan myself. But GoldenEye is still pretty good. I mean, I don't know if I consider it among the best. Maybe like in the top 10, considering that there's 20 films. I might consider it best among those regards, but other than that, wasn't hugely on board with Tomorrow Never Dies. You know what? I didn't mind The World Is Not Enough. I'm trying to think here what my thoughts were on that one. It wasn't bad. Great theme. Garbage did an excellent job on that, and I don't really think any of the Brosnan themes are that great, even for GoldenEye. Usually the good themes happen with the good movies. The best themes are always with the best movies, but not in the case of GoldenEye. At least in my opinion. But I love The World Is Not Enough. I think that's an excellent theme. Very, very Bond-esque. You know, this part several times on replay, and one of the Nazis pushed you off the edge, so you got karma. That's what I was afraid of would happen when he grabbed me. I see you sneaking around there. Don't you snitzel me. You think Tomorrow Never Dies is his best? Well, to each their own. Ah, there's that. For me, I don't think it'll ever be anything other than GoldenEye. Really love the casting in that movie. I think everybody plays their part wonderfully. And Sean Bean. Always the villain, but he does it so well. Quiet, you. Alright, let's see here. I remember the rooftop segment actually being longer, so I wonder if we come back to that later or what. Or maybe I just struggled with it. Much like I struggled with it here. Oh, took you a second, huh? Get back down there. Bone cracking sound of his back hitting the stone beam. Yeah, not the loveliest sound, yeah. Don't go too far. Let's see. No. Am I doing the wrong button? Okay, there we go. Sean Bean almost dies in almost all his movies. Almost all his roles. He's not built to last, I guess. I don't know if that's by preference or what. I don't know if he's ever done an interview on that before. But yeah, he does not really last that long in many of his roles. Sometimes he's the best part. A lot of times he's the best part of his respective movies, though. He was the best part in that, trying to think of it now. What was the name of that movie? It wasn't Clear and Present Danger. Clear and Present Danger was the other one. What the hell was the name of it? It's one of those Jack whatever movies. I can't think of the name of any of it. Let me see. What is the name of that? Patriot Games, that's right. There you go. Hasn't acted anything fairly recent that you know of? Nothing major to my knowledge, but he probably does a lot of small time roles for money. Or I mean, he's in everything. There was a point where he was in everything, so I would not be surprised if maybe he was just taking things slow. I wonder if I could jump onto that. I got like two possible options. Well, I could possibly just jump in there, but that seems a little bit dangerous. But it looks like I might be able to hop down to that platform, but I might kill myself. And it looks like there's this. Let me try this. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, he ended up in the water. Oh my god, there's sharks in here. Yeah, there's sharks in the water. I just read that. But we didn't die, so I guess there's that. Yeah, Patriot Games wasn't the greatest Jack Ryan movie. I don't think anything ever was, except for... I mean, even Clear and Present Danger, which I think was a quality movie, I don't think it was that great. In comparison. Hunt for Red October, nothing really kind of beat out that one for me, though. Oh, we just ended up back at the beginning. Well, how about that? This is safe. Look at that. Let's jump down here. Wow. That was cutting it close. Pretty sure his legs clipped through that. Can he whip guns away? That'd be really sweet. God, I want to try it. Oh, damn it. You can whip them away. Nice. The only thing is the animation takes a while, so I tend to get Well, okay. I beat it out of him. I guess that's fine, too. We're gonna whip to a gunfight. Oh, man. So what'd you say? You're afraid of sharks? You had actual nightmares of them jumping into the water really high? And piranhas due to these games. Infernal Machine and Emperors too. That's quite the effect. I was going to ask if you had any personal experience with them, but I guess that could be enough. Also, I think I've made up my mind. I think I will, in fact, do Staff of Kings sometime after I finish this game. I don't know if I'm going to do it immediately after. But I was taking a look at some gameplay. I'm a little worried about the motion controls, but it doesn't look terrible. So I'd be willing to give it a try. I don't know how my experience will be. Just frighten you. You don't mind spiders and snakes. Oh, but snakes really do creep you out. I got you. The dead skin shedding freak you out. There was a time where I was working with snakes for like on a daily basis. Sometimes spiders too. Mostly like tarantulas though.
I'll try not to blow myself up.
I've got a natural fear of spiders, but I don't have like an inherent fear of them. Especially around here, we get a lot of black widows, so you gotta be careful. You know, it was pretty freaky. I saw, and I haven't seen them in a while now, but there was a good year where I was seeing maybe like, I saw maybe like 3 or 4 camel spiders, if you ever have seen that or heard about that. You can look it up, I suppose. But that was a freaky thing to just like come across. I'm pretty sure it had to, there's no way it was native around here. But I don't know why I saw so many of them. And it wasn't like they were all in the same area too. But I'm pretty sure that had to have been like a pet at some point, and then it just got out and like bred. Because those things are native to the Middle East. And if not a pet, then like maybe there was, we got an Air Force base here. Maybe there was a plane that came through and they just sort of hopped on board or something. But yeah, seeing one of those things, I fed it a couple like crickets one time too. Boy, they are vicious. Apparently they don't hurt people that much, or have a means to, unless you like piss them off and stick your finger in front of its face. But yeah, those things are freaky. You don't like rats either? Tails and red eyes? There's a period where like 3 or 4 of my friends all had rats as pets. I even had to take care of a couple of them. For like an extended period, which was a nightmare because I had a couple of them out, and then I put them together because they've been together before, but I guess they were just freaking out because they were in a new spot, and one of them like bit the tail off of the other one. Not the whole tail, but like the tip. And I was like, oh shit, I don't know what to do about this, and I don't know how to express this to my friend I'm taking care of it for. Needless to say, I never took care of them for like vacation periods again, but that was by my choice. I was offered. I wasn't like excommunicated from the rat taking care of, but I was more like, I think they'll be fine on their own. Yeah, as long as they don't get too close to you, right? Anacondas. be more worried about those territories that got to deal with stuff like Komodo dragons and whatnot. Hear all the horror stories about them. But I don't know how much of that is actual truth and how much of that is just fictional legend. Look at this. This got a little step up here where we can... Yeah, we could do that. Huh. Oh, here we go. The big things don't really worry me about, like, Amazon jungles. It's more like the malaria, the mosquitoes, and like the leeches. That kind of freaks me out a little bit more. I'm more worried about the disease and pestilence I can incur upon myself, as opposed to the big things that can eat me. Careful now. Get a good look at what we're doing here. I don't know if I should just drop down or what. Well, no, I shouldn't need to drop down, because that's somewhere we can access already. What the hell's the point of this? Unless I need to get up on those things. I don't think so. Remember one of the Jackass films? They locked Bam Margera in a cage with a king cobra. Well, I mean, when you're locked inside with something, that's understandable. So I don't know why the music's freaking out. Doesn't look like there's any enemies in here. Unless that is blocked. Oof. Oh, it was blocked. Okay. So we did have to jump down. Shoot. Oh yeah? Wanna go mano-y-mano? Foot-y-crotch? I could do that. Johnny Knoxville was laughing at him, but it was kind of funny. They're all a bunch of assholes to each other. I've never fully seen anything involving Jackass. I've seen clips, and I know the people. Well, you know, most of the main people. What the hell was happening with Bam like a couple of years ago? He was having that like mental breakdown, and he's like posting weird things to him in the airport. I don't know if that guy's all right. I don't know what happened to him. Yeah, let's get a little drink. Bam got kicked off the new film. Well, he's acting like a freak not too long ago. And if like he was having mental problems or something, I wish him the best. But like, I don't know what's instigated all that. He's got major drinking issues. Well, I guess that answers it. What the hell happened to your hat, Indy? Oh, shit. Oh, sorry, you want to go fisticuffs. Here, I'll oblige. Fountain in the middle is usable? Okay. Well, I'm not getting shot at, I'll try to refill the canteen there, but good to know, thank you. Also, welcome to the stream, Zardoz. Steve-O had major drug issues, but he's finally clean. I think I remember seeing like him in an interview talking about like some rehab or something like that, so it's good that he cleaned himself up. Seemed like a lot of those guys kind of were suffering with some kind of substance abuse. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to hit the canteen. Damn it. Alright, we gotta find out what happened to the hat. Where is it? wasn't like I was going all over the place. I think it must have been when I got shot back here. There it is. A little retracing my steps. Anything else around here? Ammunition? Doesn't look like it. I think I got all the boxes broken. Yeah, just thinking about going to the movies, though. We're talking about some of the movies and Jackass movie and whatnot, but I went to see Dune, 3-hour goddamn long movie. I got my perfect seat that usually no one wants to touch the row that it's in because it's too close to the screen, quote unquote. Fat kid. Like, just probably about 15 minutes into the movie, sits probably like maybe 2 seats away from me. I scooted away from him. And it's a theater with assigned seating. I'm pretty sure he moved in from one of the upper floors. Like, he just wanted to sit next to me. People got no respect, I tell you. It's a cool game mechanic to lose a hat, but very annoying. when you actually like lose it and you don't know where it is, yeah, it can be. But yeah, I always got a kick out of the hat flying off and having to go pick it back up again. I've never let it go. Like, I've never just like gone off without it, unless it was like that last time at the beginning of the stream where I dropped it and I think it phased through a wall or something, because there was no way, like, it could have gone anywhere else. Lost hat mechanic. Went to a Hobbit film once in the theater, and this one kid reeked a really bad BO. That happens too.
Levels. That head could be my ticket out of here.
Oh yeah, that head was pretty suspicious, isn't it? Let's see what we could do with it. Use the thumbsticks to move the crane. A picks up objects while X changes the view. I see. Well, let's see what we can do. I usually don't have to deal with bad BO from people, but I also need to move that down a little bit, but it looks like it's automatically applying. Like, stinky foods, that's one I encounter a lot more. Like the goddamn pickles that people sometimes like to bring. Ugh. The pickles, and then like garlic stuff, which I cook a lot. I like the use of garlic in my foods, but I don't know what the hell some people eat. It's like full cloves of stuff. It's kind of nasty. I know. People gotta have some respect. Take a bath before you go out in public. Especially if you're gonna be in an enclosed room for extended amounts of time. Uh-oh, lost the hat again. God damn, these Nazis are kicking my ass. Ooh, these Nazi bastards. Shit. Backhand me with this gun. God damn, let me get up. I thought he was in medieval time. Fortunately, nobody stank near me, so I wasn't too offended. But it's like, hell, man. You figure with, like, people still wearing masks and whatnot, you don't want to sit, like, right next to somebody. I was insulted that he, like, chose to sit 2 seats away from me. Like, man, there's a full row open here. Why do you have to sit, like, right there? I think he was doing it just to mess with me. Do I have to lower this head at all, or what? I guess so, yeah. But he did it for the full movie, and then he just, like, sat there and watched it. It's not like he was looking at me or anything. Well, at least as far as I could tell. Before I go jumping on that thing, because that could possibly mean my death, I do want to see if I can... I feel like I'm supposed to lower the head and then, like, grab onto the chain and then slink down. Feels a little weird just leaving it suspended there.
It's jammed shut.
Oh, okay. I guess we're supposed to just get on it then. That was my original thinking, though, that we'd lower the head and then I'd grab onto the chain and just slide down. But, alright. See what we could do. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to whip onto. As a, oh, wait, maybe I see it. Or maybe not, no. There we go. Alright. Well. Well, rest in peace, Indiana. Are there any sharks in here? There's actually fish in here. Oh! It was quite the fall, but at least there's water down here, so I guess that must have eased his way in. What is this? Oh, an oxygen tank. Interesting. Got a med kit. Ooh, okay. Is there going to be a lot of underwater stuff here? I think I remember this, too. And I don't remember liking it that much, but maybe it won't be quite as bad as memory serves. They got underwater lighting. That's interesting. Tomb Raiding, man. Telling you. Should have killed you if not for the traps and the rise of Tomb Raider. I remember watching my friend play Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and he seemed to be dying underwater an awful lot. I don't know if that game was specifically hard underwater or not. I know you were talking when I was streaming Legend last night. You said you liked a lot of the underwater stuff in Rise. I honestly don't remember it, but I'll take your word for it. Describes a great deal of impossible shit. Well, we can't have our main character dying now, can we? So reminds me, getting chased by sharks reminds me of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. There was a lot of shark evasion in that game. Ow! Bastard. And it only takes a little bitty itty bitty chunk of health out. I mean, I'm glad, but still. You'd think getting mauled by a shark like that, that's not something you exactly walk away from. You never know. I remember my friend was trying to start rumors that every major recurring character role that Harrison Ford was doing was going to end up dying off. Because, spoilers, it's a very old movie at this point, but, you know. Han Solo dies in one of the Star Wars movies. So he's like, yeah, he's doing all these roles just so he could kill him off and so he doesn't have to play as those characters anymore. But as we saw in 2049, Blade Runner 2049, Deckard still lives, so it's not exactly true. Trident coin, wine coin, damaged wall, Kraken coin, obelisk. Oh, great, we got some stuff that we got to come back to.
It's full.
Spear gun. Okay. I feel like Spielberg will recognize the importance of preserving your characters, even if you're going to retire them. So, I don't necessarily think that he'd be in a position where he'd want to kill off Indy, but I guess time will tell. You could cripple him if you want, but don't kill him. Well, he should be crippled enough as he already is. He did take that Millennium Falcon door to the leg and survived the plane crash. Oh, we got divers. Goddamn. Whoa, look how fast he's Aquaman over here. Yeah, I hear he sustained a lot of injuries during his time there. I wonder if that changed his mind. Like midway through, he's like, alright, we're killing him off. I'm not coming back for this shit. Like Han Solo was totally supposed to live, but he decided against it during the filming. Pulled his back in Temple of Doom. Well, that's... I mean, you know, I pulled my back too. It's nothing to scoff at, but that's not like breaking things. Oh, okay. Never mind on that. Though I am curious. Hold up, is this wall supposed to go? I don't know what I'm supposed to bomb here. I guess not that, otherwise he would have planted it there. Oh, well, let's see. I don't think I'm seeing anything necessarily here that I can bomb, so it must be in one of the previous areas. You have sciatica from a back pull? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Sometimes you could draw the short end of the stick with conceivably smaller injuries. Maybe I'm supposed to bomb this or that. No, maybe not that. Where is that? Oh. There's no crawl button either, is there? Oh, there's a roll button though. So what's this? Nothing? Nothing I need to be concerned about? Well, I guess a fountain is pretty nice. It did look suspicious. Figured something would be going on there. I think I've only ever pulled my back once. Fortunately, it wasn't anything that caused any sort of nerve damage, but yeah, it was a painful experience. Sleepless nights. I wonder if that hand is pointing me. I guess not. Not really pointing the way. We've got a tunnel here. You'd think something that I'd have to bomb would be a little bit more obvious, though. But I don't remember seeing any cracks anywhere either. There might have been something up here. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. Well, there it is. There you go. Thank you, game camera, for pointing that out to me. Okay. Get that on there. Let's just hope it doesn't tilt this way. How convenient. Glad those pillars can support all that weight. Okay, so. Little whip action. There we go. Sometimes I get a little nervous with these jumps because I'm not exactly sure how far he can go with just a standard jump and or even with the whip. This seems dangerous, but alright.
Jackpot.
Ah, the Delian Proclamation. So I have sleep problems too? That and your stress? There's definitely a lot to be stressed about. But, yeah, I'd imagine any kind of nerve damage would probably equate to, I don't know, alternative methods for trying to get some sleep in some situations. I guess it depends on the severity of it. Use the left thumbstick to move. Right. But what are we picking up? The head? I guess. We're gonna use it like a wrecking ball? Yes, we are. Okay. Cool. All right there, Miley Cyrus. Not me. Not Indy. He's not even on the damn thing. That hopeful music when you accomplish something puzzle related. I guess there's nothing exactly up here for us to do, though. We just gotta walk over to this section. Put that whip away. What are you doing? Oh, that statue head just looks miserable. This is what its great life has come to. It's also kind of wall-eyed. Those eyes ain't exactly lined up right. Oops. Oh, I almost had the right idea. Yeah, it kind of sucks how they'll flag you for the Raiders theme. I recently just went through... There is jack shit I could do about music flags. Can't do anything about that, so I don't even bother with those when I get content claimed for music. But I recently just went through, and there's a ton of videos I've got. Okay. In relation to, I guess, how many videos I've put up, because I put all my VODs on YouTube. But there's a decent amount of videos I got flagged recently I guess because both Capcom and Konami have been putting up their own like stream VODs, their own like long plays, which is essentially what I do, like broken up into parts. And I'm getting content claimed left and right for like a lot of their video games. Devil May Cry, Okami, a lot of Metal Gears, tons of stuff I'm getting content claimed for because the video, mostly the cutscenes, because there's nothing you can do about a cutscene that varies it unless, well, I was going to say unless you got like a border, but even I have borders and stuff. So they're still claiming it because it matches the same video that they have for their long plays. So I gotta like dispute. I put in probably about 20 disputes over the past few days, saying no, this is all my recording. I don't have any of Konami or Capcom's videos in my stuff whatsoever. I don't want it. Still gets claimed because it's all automated, but that's just how it be. That is the world we live in. But yeah, the music situation sucks. And there's pretty much nothing I can do about that unless I just completely mute the music. Whoops. I guess I was supposed to drop down here. Disney does it when you try posting Star Wars clips on Instagram. Yeah, that sucks. I'm surprised that they've got a foothold like on those kinds of platforms. YouTube, considering it's like a long form video service, video sharing service, I can kind of understand it a little bit more, but like when it's on a Twitter or an Instagram where you typically are limited to what you can upload, it's like, who cares? Just let people post their 2-second clip. What is the goal here exactly? I put them upside down now if it's too long. Like the people uploading them or Disney? Because that would be weird if it was Disney. Usually the old-fashioned way to get around that on the old YouTubes would be people would either squish it to a portion of the screen or they'd flip it. Not upside down, but like flip it from left to right. So what would normally be on the right is on the left side and vice versa. For audio, they would pitch it down. So there used to be ways to kind of get around it, but I don't think any of those ways work anymore. Maybe not that. Line coin. Oh, yeah, okay. Can I put that away? Cool.
It's full.
Tried selling some Infernal Machine personal clips on Insta, and it annoys the shit out of you. Can only do like a few seconds of it. Just because of upload limitations, or is that just how the clips are? Every once in a while I'll post. I really don't like social media all that much, so I'm not big on posting a lot of stuff, but every once in a while I'll do like a small clip on Twitter or something, and it's mostly just the video encoding. Like I have to format it into a different type of video than I'm usually doing, so that's what the biggest pain is. But other than that, I don't really have too much of an issue with a service that's like not YouTube. Limitations, yeah. Usually on social media platforms they don't allow you to put anything over a certain size limit, so I mean, you can run it through different video encoders and get smaller size files that you can upload, but you know, that's a lot of times more effort than most people are willing to put in, and then probably more effort than it's actually worth. Taking a social media break now. What you doing there, Indy? He's acquired the secrets to levitation. I'm not surfacing. And I'm not sure if the auctioning counter is actually depleted. No, yeah, it is. It's, Well, there you have it. There we go. Finally. No, I didn't even, I wasn't even pressing anything. I just wanted to look at it for a little bit. Because it was a sight to behold. Ah, grenades. Can't get to the other side that way. Don't even know if I'm supposed to get to the other side. Probably not. Take a look over here. There's a fire over there. Okay. Wow, that was really close. Almost feels like that wouldn't have worked. I guess I don't have any of those debt charges again. Even though I think I took 2 of them with me, I didn't use one of them. Never noticed until yesterday how many ripoffs of indie they tried making. Never heard of Jack Hunter. Oh god. Yeah, no, there's a lot of Indiana Jones ripoffs, but I don't know that I've heard about that one in particular. Jack Hunter. Maybe if I saw the, like, poster of whatever related media it is, I might recognize it, but that don't sound familiar to me either. Especially in the 80s, like when VHS was taken off, and there was a lot of those movies that didn't really exactly have a long tenure in the theater, or any tenure in the theater. Yeah, you saw a lot of Indiana Jones ripoffs. And sometimes it wouldn't even be like the full movie. Like the movie was supposed to be something else, but then they put like an Indiana Jones style cover on it, make you think that it was gonna be like some action adventure thing, and it was just like some, I don't know, political debate movie or some shit. They'd always find ways to scam you. And you go to the rental store, and it's like you wouldn't know what anything was because there was no internet.
It's full.
You only have your TV guide and word of mouth. Ah, here are the debt charges. So then you take a look at the cover, and you're like, I like Indiana Jones. Perhaps this too will be a Jones-type film. And then you watch it, and it's just some big piece of shit. Okay, this all looks interesting, but we got those debt charges, and there was that wall back here. I don't know if I can... I should be able to get back there. Sometimes it's just like little portions of movies too, where they just have like, you know, an Indiana Jones light character. Oh boy, I don't know if I can... It might be rough getting back. Shit, I might have to swim. Damn it. Okay, it looks like... Well, at least in this particular room, it looks like there's a way I could get back up here easily enough. So I might risk that jump. See if I could get back over to those platforms. And if not, I guess I will just go through those tunnels and see if I can do something over there. Ooh! Close. Almost didn't make that. Alright, let's see what's behind Cracknall Wall. Cracknall. Cracked wall number 2. Or I guess this is 1. The other one was a pillar. Jesus. Trident coin. And nothing else. But it is a key item, so can't complain about that. Kind of hoping I'd find a fountain or something, though. Okay, I think there was 3 coins. Possible there was 4, but I'm pretty sure it was just 3. I'm losing health on this fall damage. Oh, fire there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fire there makes me think I'm supposed to do something with that, but I don't know. Jack Hunter has the same title outline colors as Indiana Jones lettering. It's got that little yellow to orange fade. Well, when was it made? Was it like the 80s, or is it something relatively modern? Because nowadays they'll do that and they'll call it like, you know, oh, it's a homage. No, only I can grab people. God damn. Uh-oh, I'm getting stun locked. Son of a bitch. Here, come here. Warcraft and Indiana Jones are all you need. Oh, and Brendan Fraser in the Mummy films. Yeah, we watched that recently too, just because I was rewatching some of the Indiana Jones movies. I'm like, I want to watch... If I was going to watch something that was kind of like Tomb Raider / Indiana Jones-esque, it's going to have to be The Mummy. It was pretty good. Hey, let me ask you, have you ever seen the live-action Jungle Book movie from the 90s? Damn good movie. I like it better than The Mummy. No, the third Mummy was shit. We tend not to talk about that one. Does this... Oh, the satchel charge... Oh, wait, never mind. There it goes. Well, the first two were pretty good. I think the first one might be a little bit better, but I'm usually thoroughly entertained by the second one as well. There's a live-action Jungle Book movie in the 90s. You're not a fan of that movie? Well, it's completely different from the Disney version, even though it is produced by Disney. Same director as The Mummy. It's an Indiana Jones... No, I'm not talking about that one. I'm not talking about the recent one. I'm not talking about the live-action one that was a copy of the animated movie. I'm not a fan of the live-action versions of the animated movies either. Look out for... See if you can find it. I'm going to see the exact name of it. Let me see if I could... Because maybe it might be called something different. I'm just going to type in 90s Jungle Book and see what pops up. Okay. Well, Rudyard Kipling's the writer of the book. It's just called The Jungle Book, though, technically. It's from 1994. Same director as The Mummy. It is fantastic. Stephen Sommers directed it. It's got Jason Scott Lee as Mowgli. It's also got John Cleese. It's got Sam Neill. It's got a pretty decent cast. Oh, and it's got the other guy from that one movie. Neither of which I can remember. The Princess Bride. Oh God, what is his name? Cary Ells. That guy. You thought the live action was fairly recent. Oh wait, no, I already read that. Aladdin was crap, didn't even attempt to rent that ever. He met Robin Williams, said his favorite character ever. He said, I'm assuming the genie. See if that would be disrespectful to him. Maybe. I watched a few minutes of the Aladdin movie and I wasn't entertained. Despite the fact that Aladdin is my favorite of the animated Disney films, especially from that Renaissance period. But in any case, the 1994 Jungle Book movie is probably one of the best examples of an Indiana Jones clone. It is so good. It's such a good movie, and it's not anything like the animated movie. It takes a completely different approach to the Jungle Book. Oh shit. Excuse me. Shish kebab. He's talking about shish kebabs. Shut up. What sucks about that movie, though, is that Disney likes to forget that it doesn't exist, or likes to pretend that it doesn't exist. They want to forget about it. No, wrong way. Come on. Okay. He doesn't seem to want to toss them over. He just wants to flip them on that thing. There you go. How'd you climb up there? So it never got a Blu-ray release. I think it got one DVD release, but it was only available through their stupid Disney Points service, which is also how The Black Hole was. Disney likes to forget that movie exists too. Or they like to pretend that movie doesn't exist. Which is a shame because that's a really good one as well. But I think it only ever got a DVD release through that rewards service, so there aren't a whole lot of copies out there. I found one online that was a DVD rip, and it was decent quality. Though I did see that on eBay, somebody selling them for like $20, so I've always had half a mind to grab a copy of it, but haven't done it yet. One of these days, though. But, it's been a few years. I watched it with someone recently, and it was just as good as I remember it being. But recently was like 5 years ago. So I think I'm due in to watch it again at some point. But surprisingly good. And probably my favorite adaptation of the Jungle Book. What have we here? Did they play it on ABC? I don't remember that. I saw it in the theater, and I would have been 4 at the time. But yeah, I saw it at a young age, and there's some like surprisingly disturbing imagery in that movie. Some of the stuff in there used to freak me out. But yeah, I don't think it ever really got a wide release. Oh, this is where the coins go. Well, I mean, they don't. Oh wait, they do show up in the inventory. They're really far away though. Trident coin. There we go. That's the 1 coin. Well, you might not have been watching them at a young age. I'm sure anybody in there, even like preteens or teens, probably doesn't find it all that scary. But, you know, faces melting and hearts being ripped out and people rapidly aging and turning into the Crypt Keeper. That's not exactly something that I'd, you know, if I had kids or I was responsible for children, I probably wouldn't be showing them that. Well, there's more coins that I need to get, which is unfortunate, but I don't really know if there's anything in here else I need to look at or not. I'm guessing probably not. God, I remember there being something with it, like a kraken, though, which I thought was actually at the beginning of the game, but it isn't. That must be here. It's too bad I can't rip out those coins, though. I guess it's the only thing keeping these things down. If I was going to say rip them out, just plug them over to the other ones. The Star Wars movies kind of did with the Emperor. What do you mean? You mean you're laughing at the Emperor because it was ludicrous and over the top? Well, at a particular age, sometimes you don't take that kind of stuff into consideration, though. So, let me see what's down here. Because it looks like there might be something down here. Oh, there's a shark down here. Ooh. I don't know if I could kill the sharks with the harpoon gun. I don't even know if I should attempt to do such a thing. Ow! We found that shit cool as hell. Oh, here's 1 coin. We got the Kraken coin. Damn. That's a shame about that other one. As a kid, there wasn't a whole lot that freaked me out. But I was never really... My family was never really ones to subject, you know, horrifying imagery on me very much. So that was probably part of it. I know some kids grow up watching, you know, I don't know. I knew a couple kids that grew up watching like horror films and whatnot. So like, I guess if that's how you do, that's how you do. But different families with different values, I suppose. Well, they use the Wilhelm scream almost comically now. I don't think I've ever really seen it used seriously outside of maybe Lucas and Spielberg. And even them, after a while, they stopped kind of using it. Originally originated in some Western movie. I don't remember specifically what it was, but I don't think they could ever track down who in particular did it, except for the Wilhelm guy who claimed to do it. So they just pegged it on him.
It's full.
It is the most unique sounding guttural noise to come out of a human being, though. So it's funny in a number of ways. I gotta find what I'm looking for here. I gotta look at that map again, to be honest, but I don't know if I can just like pull that out. Gotta get this oh, no, not that. Seahorse coin. But I need to look at the map again to show me where the coin was, so I have a good estimation. Oh, look. I got something here. There it is. Yeah, but those YouTube explanations, you can never really rely on them for a satisfactory source of information. I'd still be suspicious as to whether or not that would have been the first one. Because most of that information they just pull off of YouTube, or not. Well, yeah, sometimes they pull it off of other YouTube videos, but sometimes it's just pulled off of like a Wikipedia page. And I'm like, yep, did my research. But the thing about Hollywood, especially back in those days, is they would reuse so much crap. Whether that was sounds or sets or actors. Oops. That didn't pan out. Now I gotta go get my water back. I'll just refill the health, I guess. Let's see. I say that knowing full well that I've done like video essays, quote unquote, myself. One time we were using this guy's interview with a certain someone, and this wasn't one that was for my own channel, but this was for something slightly experimental that I was doing with another channel. But we were digging in, doing our research. We found an interview with the subject of our particular video, and we used a couple quotes from there. And I'm pretty sure we referenced him in the video, but the dude that like did the interview was like incensed. He's like, how dare they? How dare they not give me credit and use my quotes? And I'm like, dude, we credited you as much as we could. It's not like this wasn't going to happen at some point. You have to like learn to let go. The information that you put out there is obviously going to be used to some extent at some other point. Flip out on us. The most he ever, it's not like he pressed charges or sued us for infringement or anything, but he just made like a couple like peeved comments on Twitter, and like some of his fan base was like, oh, how dare they? How dare they? And that was the most that ever came out of it. People are sensitive. No kidding. Bunch of stream ones for people who are using sound bites on here, and one was the Wilhelm scream you could redeem. Oh, yeah. I do that, but I like my stuff to remain like video game related.
That floor. A few carefully placed charges should do the trick.
we still have charges, Indy? I don't know if we still do. I guess we could probably find some. That's not going to work. I have room. I'm using the, what am I using? Sound alerts, which seem to work like half the time. They like work 50% of the time. Sometimes they don't make a sound at all. But I use that, and I think I've got room for one more sound, so if I wanted to, I suppose I could do that. Just don't know if I want to. Oh my god, they've got explosive harpoons. Also, I can't turn the camera all the way for some reason. Maybe that's just the effect of the harpoon, like, launching. I think it's just an explosive launch. You have one of yourself, you can do Borat sound bites. Better than some people's. That should be fun, though. I'm sure I'll come up with something else at some point, but I don't really... I'm of the mindset that I find them somewhat intrusive, so I try to keep them down to a minimum. Friend of the stream, Daler. God, he's got like 30 sounds on his stream. And they're all obnoxious. Sorry, Daler, if you ever watch this VOD, or if you're here now. I don't think you are, though. But, yeah, you know that's true. Oh, I don't even want to attempt any Borat impressions. Too many people have done that in the early mid-2000s in high school. Wow. Explosive entrance. No, you gotta kick them when they're down. Okay, good attempt, but it didn't connect. Oh. I didn't see where he was, so it's just blindly grabbing. That doesn't sound like a language. Something about the offset of them when... I think it's just like the collision detection with the area that we're in. Doesn't sit well. Try to kick them and you end up kicking nothing. Alright, what are we doing? Getting out of this stink joint. Worked with Turks, trust you, the language is spot on. Just sounds like mumbling to me. I know sometimes people get really adept at a language and they just slur it, and like native language speakers can understand it, but that did not sound like it was any form of vocabulary. Apparently that means that we're going to get turned into a shish kebab. So I'm assuming that stopped the water, yes? Yes, it did. Okay, cool. Whoa! Ah, shit. There was like a small time diffraction. I was able to stand on it while it was still crumbling in the water. So the Chinese sounds funny too, but it's spot on. We haven't heard that yet, but that'll come up a little later in the game. Except in the actual cutscene, but in the actual cutscene, it sounded like, you know, an actual language. Let's see. Not that, surely. Must be this. Oof. Well, I think in the movie that takes a little bit more precedence, but yeah, Spielberg does his research. And German friends translate what the Nazis say to Indy and Sala in The Last Crusade. But like when it comes to video games, especially like nowadays, you have to have full representation. You have to have like native language speakers to perform these roles, otherwise it's sacrilegious. But video games in this earlier time period, people didn't give a shit. They just mumble some stuff into a mic, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's totally whatever it's supposed to be." Shit. And me without my satchel charges. Oh, let's see. Oh, the map is accessible from the inventory menu. It's a damn shame that there's no box up here full of those things. Where did I get the last charge? Oh yeah, they're under here. Woo, 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 woo. Ease up, Aquaman. Get a second one? Want to get a second one? There you go. Alright. Only bad thing about this, I gotta work my way back around, so... Give me a sec. Put that hat on quick. Got some jumping to do. I got into the controls pretty quick. I was afraid that it would take a little bit longer for me to get used to them again, but I think the controls are actually more intuitive in this game than they are in Tomb Raider. It's just they might not work as often as we'd like them to. Almost. It's not even the biggest crack on here. I mean, look at this thing. Maybe I gotta punch it. Hold up. Now get off of it, Indy. Never mind. Maybe I gotta swing from it. Although Spielberg gives the Nazi enemies gruesome deaths, they tend to have pretty brutal ends, don't they? Oh, maybe not. Well, okay, there is, like, the crack underwater, but I was thinking since we got the statue up here, maybe I gotta place it on the other leg or something? Whip that ass. Thuggies, too, getting eaten by the sharks. Molaram dying makes you laugh all the time. I think Molaram falling makes me laugh, but the eating part is kind of whatever. It's just a robe. Why don't you give me that shake? He does that little tumble fall, though, when he meets his demise. Yeah, okay, we can't bomb that, so it's definitely... Oh, wait. Here we go. Something around here. I don't know what, but something. The foot? God damn it. But the other one. I guess I don't have any more charges. But it did break away that little top of that deal. So if I could get myself unstuck, which it's not looking hopeful. There we go. Thank God. It's his crown of his head and all the way down. Yeah, I love the little roll. Originally, they were going to make it where Molaram was going to be under the power of the juice of the blood of Kali, and then like you'd see the shine in his eye like flash away when he was falling.
Now I just need to give it a push in the right place.
They decided against that at the last minute. Yeah, how do we go about pushing it? Let me go check what's over here. See the lantern. Doesn't give me an option to swing from it, I don't think. Oh, okay. Maybe I see what's going on here. Okay, maybe not. Shit. I thought I was gonna have to jump on the lamp and swing from lamp to lamp until we get over there, but that didn't seem to work. At least he just phased through. Maybe I jump on that lamp, but not the other ones. Because it looks like I could make it to that. Possibly. Oh, no. Hold up. There we go. Okay. Well, then what's that little path up there? Hey, that's the Kraken. I knew there was a Kraken somewhere in this game. Oh, God. Underwater combat, my favorite. I think we gotta get it distracted somehow. Looks like a... Whoa! Jellyfish, what the hell? Okay. Can't get up there. Hopefully that ammunition keeps coming back. Ooh, a med kit. Surface. Surface, Indy. I was kind of hoping I could do something with those pillars there, but that didn't seem to be the ticket either. Oops. Is that death? Well, it let me get closer when I got the jellyfishes on. Maybe I'm supposed to do that. I don't know. I was thinking, been doing a lot of thinking lately. But I was thinking I had to do something with the pillars. I just couldn't get close enough to actually, you know, do anything with the pillars. Let's see. Okay. A little hard to turn around in there. Maybe they act as a camouflage. No, they don't act as a camouflage, but they seem to lure me to it. Like, that wasn't even of my own volition. It was like just getting the jellies on me made me swim closer to it. So I guess if I needed to get close, that's one way to do it. But I don't know if that's what we want to do. Let me see if there's... I'm still thinking there might be somewhere I can, like, hop onto. Yeah, like this. Get your hat on, Indy. We got many things to do here. Target specific areas of the Kraken. Press and hold the L to go into first person mode. Ah. The 3 deaths will make you laugh the most in the indie movies when Indy pushes the other Nazi Jeep off the cliff, when he throws a Nazi out of the truck, and then runs him over. Of course, when the Colonel dies from the tank and he rolls off the cliff in Last Crusade. That was pretty good. I like the camera angle on that one. Because you get the classic Spielberg shot where the subject comes to the camera. I mean, I've always been a fan of a lot of the Last Crusade deaths. The one where he shoots like the 3 or 4 Nazis in a row. The one where he shoves the flagpole into the bike. We got it hurting. Alright, so we just needed the special gun. Oh, and it goes away. And then that's when we do this. Gotcha. Shit. Oh no, gun! Get the gun out! Oh shit, you know what? I might need more satchel charges, actually. Because I think you can only carry 2 at a time. Most of the chase sequences, I think, in all the indie films are pretty damn good. But yeah, all the motorcycle stuff in particular is great. Let me run away from this, or swim away. There we go. That just lowers the water level. Yeah, what exactly did he do? Did he get blackballed from Hollywood? We're talking about Shia LaBeouf. He wished he was coming back for Indy 5, but that ain't happening, obviously, because Shia's in deep shit these days. Is he in debt? I haven't been keeping up with him, but he obviously has not been on the scene for many a year, it seems. And, you know, he's a decent actor. I think he gets shit for some of the shit roles that he's been in. But, I mean, the dude can still act if you pressure him to. His ex-girlfriend, formerly known as Twigs, is claiming battery. Yeah, that's a shame. Seems like that happens a lot. I think the same thing was happening with Johnny Depp recently. Who the hell's Twigs? I don't think I've ever heard of this person. Twigs McKenzie. I'm just seeing. I know that there's the big thing in the middle. I'm just seeing if there's anything extra to pick up, which it doesn't look like there is. Where's your hat, Indy?
That was most impressive, Dr. Jones.
Save it, sweetheart. I got what you wanted. Now tell me what's really going on here. Why didn't you and Kai warn me about the Nazis?
The man you know as Marshal Kai is not who he appears to be. Kai Chan is not just an officer in the army, he's also the head of the Black Dragon Triad, the most powerful criminal syndicate in China. He has formed a secret alliance with the Nazis to find the heart of the dragon.
So I'm guessing you're not his secretary.
I'm working undercover for the Chinese government, monitoring the Black Dragon Triad. I hoped to sabotage Kai's hunt for the heart myself, but then your intrusion complicated matters.
How's that?
Once you beat Von Beck to the first piece of the mirror, Kai saw his opportunity to double-cross the Nazis and keep the heart for himself.
He's as mad as the Nazis.
That's why we must enter the tomb and remove the heart before Kai or the Nazis get there.
Why should I trust you?
First of all, I could have left you back there with the Nazis, and secondly, you don't have anything I need.
Good point. Please tell me you have a plan.
There's a plane waiting to take us to Hong Kong, where we'll meet a smuggler who will take us to Kai's fortress.
Sounds good to me. Let's go.
I don't know if this is an actual Chinese girl doing the voice, and she's just bad at doing like an American accent, or if it's an American. It's an American doing a bad Chinese accent. Something's weird about her voice, though. Also, her name is formerly known as, or I guess it might be FKA, Twigs. Well, maybe she was Twigs, and then she decided that she'd be cute, like, I don't know, like the news journalists that were doing the artist formerly known as Prince, because no one knew what the hell the symbol was. But yeah, I'd never heard of her, so that name means nothing to me. But it is a shame.
Have I mentioned how absolutely stunning you look in that dress?
It's the third time you've mentioned it, Dr. Jones. Let's stick to business, shall we?
So, where's your smuggler friend?
Wuhan's helped me several times. He'll be here.
And he'll take us to Kai's fortress?
Yes, where we'll find the mirror pieces and the Pa Cheng.
The Pa what?
You'll need more than your gun once you're inside Chen's tomb. There are things worse than Nazis.
Wonderful.
Something's not right. Wait here.
Great timing. Thanks.
Oh, that's awfully suspicious in the distance.
Balcony number 2, sir. Enjoy the show, Dr. Jones.
Is that not who I'm working for? One is the guy that got killed at the beginning of Temple of Doom, the nightclub. Yeah, it's like his buddy. That guy's been like in a handful of films, and I never remember like his name. I guess because it's never been in anything major except for Temple of Doom, and I think he was in Big Trouble in Little China for some of it. I don't even remember to the extent. It's been a while since I've seen that movie too. Goddamn. Just getting stun locked. What does this do? Nothing? Okay. Cool. Shit. There goes my big plan to get a bottle. Not that. Oh, this guy's got the bottle now. I hit the guy that I wasn't aiming at. Yeah, I haven't moved. Indiana Jones, nice dinner jacket. A little nod to some Sean Connery Bond. Let's see. Let me go get another bottle. Okay, that didn't work. God, does everybody here know some kind of martial art? Starting to feel inadequate. Zach. Come meet me in the ring. Oh, whoa, look at that. That guy was doing pirouettes in the air. that water's got something in it. Oh. I was trying to do a jump kick too, I guess. That didn't work. Okay. I think we handled the lot of them. Seems like there's a lot to work with down here, but nothing I can interact with. Oh, good. Got a med kit.
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
Excuse me? Oh, there she is. As she's getting her ass kicked. Hang on, lady. Oh, shit, this guy's got a knife. My knife now. Oh, never mind. Can't put it in my inventory, so I don't care right now. Iron skin potion. That seems illegal. Is that made with, like, rhinoceros horn? 1930s Royd Canteen juice water, you should say. Whoa. Okay, you just killed your friend there by, like, pushing me into him, so I hope you're happy with yourself. Cool first-person view mode for a second. He's got the leg sweep. Other way. Oh, okay. Saw that switch earlier. I guess we had to hit another switch in order to get the switch to work.
That's not gonna work.
Anything else around here? Music stopped, so I'm guessing that... Oh, wait. Wait, what about that? Yeah, throw a knife.
Jackpot.
Taitsu mask. Alright, now we're back in action. Maybe that's back then too, wouldn't be shocked. You tried creatine. Helps you bulk up. Yeah, I thought they banned that like sometime in the 2000s. Don't really like it at all because you had to pee a lot when you tried it, but you were eating a lot to try to bulk up for your Batman Ben Affleck cosplay. I got you. And that is a bulky look. That particular Batman. Oh no, not the flying kick. Just chucked it at his face, but it didn't seem to phase him that much. Ow, 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 ow. God damn, son. Let me get up. I like how that scream ended. Must I grew that outfit when you did that cosplay? I'm trying to slim down. Well, I mean, it is a hefty bulk. I mean, if you start bulking up like that, you do have to work to maintain it. Whoa. I thought he was behind the door, so I was like, yeah, I'll just sneak up on these guys. But he's just talking as he's doing somersaults towards me. You know what? I'll take this. That way I can chuck it at some guy's face again. Nice. Give me that. Mauser ammo. Eating beef chunks and brown rice with cauliflower and broccoli. Trying to get that protein up.
It's full. It's full.
No, it isn't. Don't lie to me.
It's full. It's full.
Guess that's it for this. Ladder up there. Okay, just making sure that there's nothing hidden here. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, there's some active wrestlers, professional wrestlers, that got some podcasts I listen to, and to listen to some of their eating habits is quite astounding. When you need to, oh shit, when you need to bulk up like that. Let me just go refill a canteen real quick. Unless that wasn't as close as I thought it was. I think it was in that other room. Here we go. Yeah, I'm not a big eater myself, so if I was bulking up like that, I'd find that to be a struggle right off the bat. Like, just to get your protein levels that high. There we go. One of these areas, this level also reminds me of a section in Everything or Nothing, because there's a part where you're at a club and then it all turns to shit and you're like in the backstage area and going up and down and stuff. It's very similar in structure. I think it even ends like after you get out of the club with a vehicle segment. There's a vehicle segment I think coming up here, but it's like a rail gun. I don't think we actually do any sort of driving.
This ought to even up the odds.
Harrison's a skinny guy back in the 80s. Even today.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean, he was cut in some ways, but he wasn't like a big, bulky man. I mean, the films take a lot of Indiana Jones in particular takes a lot of nods from like the, you know, the action adventure films of the 40s and 50s, where you'd have, you know, these big beefy men, but he himself was never quite that look, though he did have some muscle on him. I think the guy, for the most part, has always stayed in shape, though, which is good. Good for him. A lot of actors, especially once they start getting older, they they tend to not keep themselves in as great a shape as they once used to be. It's kind of sad. Taking that, thanks. Oh, there's people coming out of the door. Maybe. What is that? No, not that. Longshan idol. What about this? Can we break these bookcases? I'm switching to this. Ooh, I'm trying to read chat and do this at the same time. Maybe I should be drinking this iron skin potion. That was my canteen. They have part of his workout regimen of making a Temple of Doom video. You tried them yourself. It's kind of funny because you consider some of the 80s. I mean, I know 80s was the time of the big action movie stars where, you know, you had your Schwarzeneggers and your Stallones and all those guys, but it seems like I kind of consider like the whole workout regimen thing being a product of more modern days in filmmaking. But I guess that's because it's so much more highly publicized now. Basically, every male lead has to say exactly how they're doing things, so they get that Men's Fitness cover. Ah, here we go. Yes,
Dr.
yes.
Jones, I presume.
Yeah, who the hell are you?
My name is Wuhan. I'm here to meet Mei Ying,
Well, you just missed her.
and so I noticed. Please get in.
Get me in that rickshaw.
Don't you own a car?
My boy, why drive when you can be carried?
I don't think this is working.
Look under the seats.
Oh, God. Okay, there is a lock-on feature, so that's not bad. But, yeah, the crosshair movement is very flighty. For some reason, this part of the game sticks out more than most any other part in the game for me. And it's not even it's not even that great, to be honest. But for some reason, I just found this like very memorable. Yeah, I don't know why they're slowing down for him. They could just run him down. Look how fast he's going, though. This little bastard can run. Pretty sure Arnold was on something. Not sure if he admitted it or not. No. I mean, the guy was in actual, like, competition. They do check for that kind of stuff. He's very, very passionate about, like, if you ever see any interviews with him, his passion is bodybuilding, though, so I highly doubt that he was ever on any sort of substances. That would have come out and been very obvious if he was. Part of it's genetics, part of it's the dedication, and he's got both. Wait, let me get that barrel. Ah, too late. Can I reload manually? Ah! Possibly. I mean, it's not like there hasn't been people in Hollywood who've used steroid substances, but not a big fan of his. He's funny though. He's got a natural knack for comedy, surprisingly. Comedic timing is something that it's not even something you can learn. You just kind of have to have the knack for it. And he transitioned into comedic roles. And the guy himself he's just a funny character in and of itself. He's got a very nice charm to him. I want to go for the driver, but like every time I'd like pinpoint, if I could just free aim without the auto aim, I probably would be able to tag that driver pretty damn quick. Well, that was thrilling.
Hurry up! Li Ying!
Where are they taking her?
To Kai's fortress on Penglai Island, most likely.
We'll have to move fast. Where's your boat?
At the next dock. Hop in.
I think I'll...
Triple H, really? Triple H is really big into bodybuilding too, but I mean, there was a period I was really into wrestling in the late 90s, early 2000s, and then I got back into it probably in the mid 2010s. But there was a period where I wasn't following it as much. But I don't remember anything with Triple H. I mean, I guess I wouldn't be surprised necessarily, but I feel like that his
is an ancient castle
career would have been a little bit more stained.
I don't suppose they have an elevator.
No, but there is a gondola system that runs throughout the entire complex.
It can't be that easy.
It's not. The gondola station is in the middle of a Nazi submarine base.
Figures.
Good luck. I'll be here when you get back.
Aren't you coming along?
Thanks, Ocelot.
What good is finding Mei Ying if you can't get off the island?
Right.
Little double point that he did. But there was a period when, I mean, there was the whole steroid trial and everything that happened in the mid-90s, which I think there's a Dark Side of the Ring episode that came out recently on that, so that might be an interesting watch. But yeah, it was heavily suspected that Vince McMahon at the time was distributing drugs, even though there was no evidence against it. No evidence against him to support that theory. It was... The trial was kind of dead in the water, but yeah, definitely there was a lot of WWF wrestlers at the time that were using some type of steroid. but it had become so like taboo. Probably about the time when Triple H was getting started in the WWF. I know he was in WCW at first, but like around that time period where he really started getting big, they really were. I mean, because that was a government trial. That wasn't just like, you know, some schlub accused in the WWF of doing stuff. That was like the actual U.S. government against Vince McMahon. So you know that they were trying to cover their ass for the next 10, 15 years. So I don't know, but it is possible. Chris Benoit, the whole murder thing. Well, yeah, they did cover the Chris Benoit, I think, if you're talking about Dark Side of the Ring, during one of those episodes, I'm pretty sure. I mean, how could you not? It's like one of the biggest wrestling-related stories. But, yeah, as far as, like, the steroids and everything go, though, that's all been pretty well documented. Hulk Hogan, for sure. People like Rick Rude, Macho Man, probably. I think a lot of those guys were highly suspect. Can't pick up the secondary one. What time is it? It's getting late. I thought Macho Man and Flair were on something. I don't know about Flair. Flair never had like he wasn't the most cut dude. I mean, Macho Man was bulky. He was huge. I mean, a lot of those WWF guys. Flair wasn't in the WWF for most of his tenure, though. Like, he was kind of more of an NWA guy. He spent a lot of time in WCW. The WWF had like this stigma with them where they had to, their guys had to be huge. They had to be larger than life, as Vince McMahon would put it. So, you know, if you wanted a job with the WWF, you had to be huge, and a lot of people took the easy way, which was basically just use steroids. But once steroids got outlawed, like in the early 90s, late 80s, yeah, that's when it started getting rough for them, and that's kind of around the same time when all that steroid trial allegation, all that business was going down. Flair, I'm not sure, though, possibly, but I don't know. It was mostly like the hardcore World Wrestling Federation dudes that were the likely suspects. Trying to say that. Not that. Nope. Oh, you just mean on drugs? Oh yeah, well. I don't think Flair was necessarily the drug user, but he was definitely a drinker. I'm not sure about Macho Man, though. I'm not sure what kind of substances he abused, if any. I don't want to be throwing allegations, even if the man's not with us anymore.
Fireworks. I'll give him fireworks.
But, yeah, wrestlers and drugs, like peanut butter and jelly, or some type of substance. There's usually some form of abuse going on with most guys. Back in that era, anyway. Back when they were working like 7 days a week for 3 months at a time. And then they'd get like maybe a week-long break, and then they'd go be back on the road again. Harley Race, I think, was supposedly a massive cocaine user. Macho Man was just like, well, part of it's the personality, too. And with a lot of wrestlers, it's usually just their natural demeanor, but turned up to 11. Because, you know, that's how they got to be to attract some attention. Flair might have been a coke user. I could see him doing coke. I think Macho Man he just had like this natural high about him. He was just one of them guys. One of them kind of guys. Guy did a lot of stuff for publicity. And, you know, good or bad. There was the one where he fought like 3 cops and kicked a canine unit dog at a Waffle House. Because he... No, was it a Waffle House? No, I think it was at a grocery store. He like stuffed steaks down his pants, very obviously, so that he could get arrested and get in the newspaper. I'm pretty sure that was Macho Man. That was back when he was just, you know, Pafo, though. His natural name. His Christian name. Ah, shit. Let's see. Try to line this up right. God damn it. He just let that bump on his chest. Man, I can't land any of these jumps in this level. Stop it. Stop swinging. This level's a real bastard. I seem to remember this, but I remember what I remember the most about this level was thinking that Uncharted ripped it off. Because I'm pretty sure Uncharted had like a Nazi submarine level, and I'm like, hey, that's like Emperor's Tomb. But I don't remember specifically what happens in this level. Ow. Don't do that. See ya. Have fun with those sharks. Wasn't there a second one up here? Guess not. All right. This looks interesting. Shoot. There's a grenade launcher on this level. Don't forget to use it to break open these cracks. Is it one of them hidden deals where you could miss it? Oh, it is a secret. Okay. Secret Penglai Lagoon, Part 2. Access the cliff sub-base entrance. Get to the crane and use it to give Indy a boost. Alright, well, I'll try to remember that. But it is rather late, and we've been going for almost 3 hours now, so I think that's good enough for a weekend stream. I'm going to call it here, though. And that should be good. Thank you for watching. Appreciate all the discussion, especially with you, Indy. Long talk about lots of things. So, always my favorite. You're tired? Well, thank you for sticking through. I do appreciate it, and thanks for chatting me up. Thank you. I'm going to take off for tonight. I might skip one of these weekend days. I'm not sure which one. I guess I'll just have to feel it out, but I'm going to be back Saturday or Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to stream both days, though. But we're going to come back with Tomb Raider Legend on one of those days. And I think by early next week, probably on Monday, we'll come back with Emperor's Tomb. And we'll pick up where we left off here, trying to get into this sub-base. But it's been real cool. Thank you for everybody that was watching today. Thank you, Metropole Modern, again, for the cheer. And everything else. You all have a good night, though. Take care. I don't think I'm going to raid or host tonight because it's a little late and I don't feel like staying in anybody's channel right now. So you guys take care and we'll see you next time.